What if I told you your specific person is already craving you right now? They just don't know why yet. And once you flip this one switch in their mind, I need you to hear every single word I'm about to say. Because once this clicks, they're done. They'll think about you all day. They'll feel you everywhere, and they won't even know why. Pause for a sec. Comment, "I'm ready" below if you're done chasing and you want them to feel the pull now. That way, you're locking this in with energy. This is not a trick, not a game, and you can't fake it. By the end of this video, you're gonna know how to make someone crave you on a soul level, without begging, without texting first, and without doing anything that feels fake. But listen, if you skip ahead or click away early, it won't land. Because the craving doesn't start with them. It starts with you. The truth about energy that nobody talks about, okay. Let's get into it. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt someone's energy, even when they weren't around? Like they weren't texting you, they weren't calling, but you knew they were thinking about you. Or you suddenly remembered them, and they messaged you right after. That's not a coincidence, that's real. See, your energy speaks louder than words. And when you shift your energy, even slightly, it starts pulling people in. But here's the thing. Most people screw this up. Why? Because they're too focused on the outcome. Will they text me? When will they come back? What if they forget me? And you know what that does? It repels them. That energy smells like fear. And fear doesn't attract. It pushes. But when you flip that focus inward, everything changes. And here's what I want you to understand. Every single person walking this planet has felt that pull before, that inexplicable draw to someone who wasn't even trying, someone who just had something, an energy, a presence. You know what that was? That was someone who understood what I'm about to teach you right now. The morning ritual that rewired everything. Here's what I started doing, and I swear this is when it flipped for me. Every morning before I even touched my phone, I'd sit still for 3 minutes, and in my mind, I'd see them thinking about me, not chasing, not begging, but feeling me, craving me. I'd imagine them scrolling their phone, looking for my name. I'd see them telling their friend, "I don't know why, but I can't get them out of my head." I didn't force it. I didn't overthink it. I just felt it. And you want to know what happened? Within days, they reached out, randomly, out of nowhere. But here's the deeper part that changed everything for me. I wasn't just visualizing them missing me. I was becoming the version of myself that was impossible to forget. I was stepping into the energy of someone who doesn't wonder if they're wanted because they know they are. And when you really embody that knowing, when you wake up every morning feeling like the main character of your own story, people feel that shift. They sense it, even from miles away. I remember this one time I was doing my morning visualization, really feeling into that magnetic energy, and within 2 hours, someone I hadn't heard from in months hit me up saying they couldn't stop thinking about me. They said they didn't even know why they were reaching out, but they felt this pull. That's when I knew this wasn't just in my head. This was real. The belief that changes everything. Real question for you right now. Have you ever imagined someone missing you, but deep down you didn't believe it was possible? Yeah, that disbelief, that's the block. That's what we're changing today. Because here's what I figured out. The universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you believe is already yours. Think about it. When you really, truly believe something is yours, like you don't question it, you don't doubt it, how do you act? You act like someone who already has it. You carry yourself differently. You speak differently. You move through the world differently. And that difference, that confidence, that knowing, that's what makes you magnetic. Now do this. Close your eyes for a second, take a slow breath, and hear this in your head like it's already true. They crave me. They feel my energy. They miss me in ways they can't explain. Say it. Feel it. Not because it's a line, but because it's your new truth. And when you say it, I want you to feel it in your chest. I want you to feel that warmth, that certainty, that knowing. Because that feeling, that's your magnetic frequency. That's what they're going to feel when they think about you. The science behind soul-level magnetism. Let's talk science for a sec. You've got this thing in your brain called the reticular activating system. Basically, it filters your reality based on what you believe is important. So if you believe someone doesn't want you, that system starts filtering out every sign that they might. But if you believe, like really believe, that you are unforgettable, your energy shifts, your mind shifts, and their craving begins. But here's the part that's going to blow your mind. This system doesn't just filter what you see, it influences what you project. When you truly believe you're magnetic, you start moving differently. You start talking differently. You start existing differently. And people pick up on that. They can't help but pick up on that. We're not waiting for a text. We're not chasing anything. We're becoming magnetic. Think about the most attractive person you know, not just physically, energetically. What is it about them? They don't chase. They don't beg. They don't wonder if they're wanted. They just are. They exist in this space of knowing their own worth. And everyone around them feels it. That's what we're cultivating here. That's the energy we're stepping into. Here's what I need you to understand. Attraction isn't about what you do. It's about who you become. When you're constantly wondering if they're thinking about you, you're operating from lack. When you're checking your phone every 5 minutes, you're operating from desperation. When you're analyzing their every word, you're operating from fear. But when you know, really know, that you're the kind of person who gets thought about, who gets craved, who gets missed, you operate from abundance, you operate from power, you operate from magnetism. And that shift, that's everything. I want you to imagine for a second what it would feel like to wake up every morning knowing that somewhere out there someone is thinking about you, not hoping they are, not wondering if they are, knowing they are. How would you walk? How would you talk? How would you show up in the world? That version of you? That's who you're becoming right now. The energy practices that amplify your magnetism. Here's what I want you to start doing tonight. Before you go to bed, spend 60 seconds feeling gratitude for the love that's already coming your way. Not hoping for it, not wishing for it, feeling grateful for it like it's already happening. When you wake up, before you even open your eyes, spend 30 seconds feeling into your magnetic energy. Feel yourself as someone who is deeply desired, deeply missed, deeply craved. Throughout the day, whenever you catch yourself in doubt, whenever you catch yourself in fear, whenever you catch yourself wondering, stop, take a breath, and remind yourself, I am magnetic. I am unforgettable. I am already being thought about. This isn't just positive thinking. This is energy work. This is frequency alignment. This is how you become the person who doesn't chase because they don't need to. The psychology of irresistible energy. Let me tell you something about human psychology. People are drawn to what they can't have. They're attracted to what feels scarce. They crave what seems just out of reach. But here's the twist. When you know your own worth, when you're secure in your own magnetism, you naturally become that thing they can't quite grasp. Not because you're playing games, but because you're complete. You're whole. You're not desperately seeking their validation because you already have your own. And that completeness, that wholeness, that's what makes you irresistible. Think about it. Have you ever been more attracted to someone when they were chasing you, or when they seemed like they had their own life, their own energy, their own power? Yeah, exactly. That's the energy we're cultivating. That's the person you're becoming. Reverse psychology moment. If you're still thinking, but what if this doesn't work for me? That's exactly why you need to do this. Because the version of you who doubts, that version never gets chased. But the version of you watching this right now, that version is waking up. Big time. The version of you who's willing to try something different, who's willing to believe in their own magnetism, who's willing to step into their power, that version is already irresistible. You just need to remember it. The craving they can't explain. Here's what happens when you really embody this energy. People start thinking about you for no logical reason. They'll be going about their day and suddenly you'll pop into their mind. They'll be listening to a song and it'll remind them of you. They'll be somewhere you've never even been and they'll wish you were there, and they won't even know why. That's the power of magnetic energy. That's what happens when you stop chasing and start attracting. I've had people tell me they couldn't stop thinking about me during the most random moments, in grocery stores, during meetings, while they were trying to sleep. And when I ask them why, they say, "I don't know. I just couldn't get you out of my head." That's not luck. That's not coincidence. That's energy. Take this with you. They don't crave you because you try hard. They crave you because your energy makes them feel something no one else does. And once you become that energy, you don't chase, you attract. So right now, I want you to stop what you're doing and comment, "They crave me already," if you're claiming this energy today. That's not just a comment. That's a signal to your mind that we're done playing small. Your power activation moment. Listen, if this hit home, don't just watch and scroll away. Subscribe. Seriously, because I make videos like this every single week that people say changed their lives. And I want that for you too. And if you want the deeper stuff, the private, more powerful work I only share with members, then join the channel membership. Because if this is what I'm sharing for free, imagine what I'm holding for you inside. This is your moment, not just to get their attention, but to finally remember your power. Let them crave you. Let them wonder. Let them chase. Because now, you're the one who decides. See you in the next video.